And then finally, dad bod, a physique regarding as typical of an average father, especially one that is slightly overweight and not extremely muscular.
They got new dad bod shirts.
That's what I was going to talk to you about.
I think dad bod shirts are interesting.
So the question is...
by the way, did you see Spanx Woman?
Spanx Woman, who's that?
I'm blanking on her name. The CEO of Spanx. They just sold... She basically sold for $2 billion? $4 billion?
It's called a girdle.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It is. I mean, we both had lipo or freeze-dried skin or whatever you want to call it.
$2 billion.
And when you start wearing a girdle, it makes you feel really good because you have to wear it when you have that procedure.
Yeah, women will tell you that they don't like to wear Spanx.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Because it's has your daughter asked you about this yet?
About Spanx? No.
Okay, put that one on the Lila questions.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a little off. She'll probably ask you next week. Spanx are they hold everything in.
Yeah, they do, and eventually it has to come out. By the way,
Spanx is this woman was I'm blanking on her name. The CEO of Spanx. They're super tight. They hold everything in and they cut off circulation. And so everything looks nice and trim and whatever. But I think almost uniformly women will tell you that while they appreciate what it does for the look, it is one of the most uncomfortable.
I can imagine.
After a long period of time. I mean, you're
I don't understand. I don't understand why anybody would wear something like Spanx, and I'll tell you why. You're obviously trying to do something to hide your overweightness, right?
Well, no. It's not necessarily overweightness because even just gravity.
Okay, gravity.
Yeah, I mean, you don't
which we all go through.
Yeah.
But you're trying to appear different than you really are.
Absolutely.
Correct?
Yeah, totally.
This is not like breast augmentation where it's permanent.
Right.
Okay, so you're wearing something to look and feel better about yourself, and with the idea that you're doing it not so much for yourself, but for other people to see you as looking better. Correct? You're trying to make your presence. No one's wearing Spanx around their own damn house.
No,
you don't walk around going, "I feel great." You want to go out and show people that you look great and feel great, right? And if you're doing that, you're doing with the idea that they're going to like you, and maybe a relationship could be pursued.
No.
Well, sure it is, because if you're out walking
why is
around,
my wife wearing Spanx?
You'd have to ask your wife.
But she's not wearing it for a relationship.
She's probably wearing it for you.
Well, she wears it when she's not with me. Ooh.
She ain't wearing it by herself.
No, in fact, it's the first.
So what does that tell you? If you wear something and you have to be around somebody with it, you're doing it for them to make them see you as a different person.
You know,
and so with that idea, you're hoping that eventually you could take them flipping Spanx off and show them the real deal. And when you do that, they're going to go, "What the hell? You're selling them a bad bill of goods."
You know who he sounds like? Dr. Phil.
Right?
You sound like Dr. Phil.
Okay, so for you women out there that have an extra 15, 20 pounds, or maybe your breasts are sagging or your ass is falling down, you're wearing Spanx and you're with this guy, then eventually you're going to get to that 6th date and them Spanx are going to come off and it's just going to fall all over the floor.
It's not just...
It is. It's going to be like a whale coming up on the beach. Where the hell did this come from? Can I have sex with you with the Spanx on? Just cut a hole down there and just keep the Spanx on. Because you're
I got to get myself off camera. And off mic.
I'm telling you.
I'm totally not.
Now, if you're going to a class reunion, which you love, which I think is a crock,
I didn't go
because you got to go back to your 35th anniversary to show everybody how you're doing, how good you look, right?
Man, what happened to you?
You got to go. You haven't been gone for a couple of days. Then I get it, because you're not planning on sleeping with anybody. You're not planning on going out with anybody. You want everyone to think you're doing fantastic. That's what reunions are all about. Mm-hmm. You want to make sure everyone thinks you got a great job and your body looks great and you got a hot wife or a hot husband. And then wear Spanx all you want. Suck in and just look great. And then walk. And then on Facebook, the 1984 class of Lakota. Did you see Tony Curry, how good he looked? He looked fantastic. And then I feel good about myself. And they don't realize I've been wearing Spanx since 1986. Nearly 75% of singles are more turned on by a dad bod over any other body type, according to Match.com. Including a mate with rock-hard washboard abs, according to the sexy new survey of 2,000 people by Dating.com.
That's
Dad
really
bods, think poochy and peckless, usually refer to dudes, but the researchers didn't differentiate between genders because we're not allowed to. We can't be called dad bods. Now it's got to be they bods.
Yeah, because
it's dad bods. It was created for men. It's a men thing. It's okay. You can call it whatever you want. Call it they bods, her bods, dad bods, whatever. What this means it's possible for a woman to have a dad bod is unclear. The term first came to viral popularity in 2015 when Leonardo DiCaprio was photographed by paparazzi, and he had, of course, some pooches, a shirtless love handle, and everything else. And people were like, and again, he's Leonardo DiCaprio. He was probably getting ready for a movie role, and that's why he's got a dad bod. Fast forward 6 years, pandemic dating involved lots of FaceTime dates, Netflix, and nights with the seamless. Post-pandemic dating should be defined by showing off your vaccine card, throwing caution to the wind, and proudly parading your COVID-15 weight gain.
Yep. Actually, it was more like 20. What was it? Average weight gain?
Well, here it is. The American Psychological Association of 3,013 adults found that 42% of respondents gained an average of
29 pounds.
29 pounds, while 10% packed on more than 50 pounds during the
Is that crazy?
lockdown. God, if
I mean, it's not. It's actually not crazy. I mean, I can understand it.
29 pounds in a year?
Yeah, when I first read it, I was the same as you. I read that.
A lot.
Yeah,
of weight.
that's what I would have.
2 bowling balls.
I would have never thought on average or 42%. I would never thought that great a percentage of people would have gained that much weight.
10 to 15 pounds. I get it.
That's what I thought. No. Yeah.
That's a lot of weight. However, Dating.com's Hot Daddy Body Study also found that 70% of solo flyers have amped up their workout routines or returned to the gym in the last few months so they can put their best foot forward when the pandemic ends.
I don't get it. Then you'd get rid of your dad bod.
Well, what you do is you're cutting out the middleman. Just like the society, we have more high end and we have more low end. You're either going low end or high end. There's no middle class anymore, is what's happening.
Wait, what?
You got people working out or you're fat as a tubby shit.
So dad bod's kind of in between. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, because the dad bod is not obese or grossly obese.
No, and here's the deal.
Obese.
Here's the deal. Just because you're a dad doesn't mean you have a dad bod.
Right.
And evidently, according to this, you don't even have to be a father to have a dad bod.
Of course not.
Most of the pictures I've seen of guys look like they used to work out. Used to be in pretty good shape, and now they've got the pooch. They still have a little bit of a man boob kind of thing.
Well, no, because
like myself.
Yes, it is. It's exactly what you described. It's the guys who used to, who now, I mean, I know you don't have to be a dad, but are dads very often. So you're spending less time.
Our dads did not have dad bods. They just had big ass bellies.
Yeah. My dad was close to a dad bod. My dad was sort of because I was thinking about it. My dad, part of it was because they got divorced, and then my dad was dating women and stuff. Yep. But now that I think about it, it's so interesting. Now that I think about it, he had a dad bod even when he was in shape because he was working out, he's playing racquetball. It's been a big racquetball thing, and he was in great cardiovascular shape. He would swim, he would do all that stuff. But when he took off his shirt, there was it was soft. Because he wasn't weightlifting.
Yeah, and I would venture to guess that dad bods are being more widely accepted, 70% according to Date.com, because women are also looking different.
Huh?
We know that 30% of people in this country are morbidly obese, that's 30 pounds or more. That goes for women too. It's an equal opportunity offender right there. What I'm saying is more women are getting accustomed to dad bods because that's what they can attract with their own bodies.
Oh, look at you.
And that's why I think,
So what happens to
we'll have mom bods. We've had mom jeans. We've had mom jeans since the 70s.
Well, but now,
right? That's after you have your first child.
But now mom jeans, it makes no sense.
When a woman has to wear her pants over her belly button,
right?
Then she's got a mom bod.
But now we call them high waisted. And the thing that's really strange,
the waist has moved up to the cleavage.
Listen, here's what's really weird about this. Again, okay, put this on your Lila list because this is also going to come in like another couple of weeks. So the high-waisted mom jeans, which we know exactly what we're talking about from the 80s. They were the 80s thing. Wasn't a 70s thing, wasn't a 90s thing. Now at least they're in as of within the last year. I don't know if they're not anymore. But they're in not for moms. They're in for my daughter's age, 20-year-olds, which I hope she's not watching. They look terrible. They look terrible.
There's a point in time when you know that you're losing it. When
mentally?
When the top of your jeans to the crotch area for men and women gets longer. And we've all got that pair of pants that we wear because we feel real comfortable in it. It still makes our butt look good, despite the fact that our ass cheeks are starting to fall a little bit.
Mine are
and then
not.
when you start wearing pants
Right.
that the inseam is much longer, that's when you're at a
Why?
point of no
Because you're
return.
wearing it up over your waist.
You're wearing it a little higher, and you can't wear it that way because your belly's hanging over your pants. Just telling you.
He does everything. He does fashion tips. He does food segments.
So, brand named True Classic has come out with the Bod Dad shirt,
Yes.
which is tightly flattering on the torso and upper arms,
Yes,
while
I've seen
looser
it.
around the midsection.
It's a. It was.
But
a
it doesn't look like a double XL. It's
no,
not big
it was
everywhere.
a genius move.
It's from the same people that probably created Untuck It. They're just trying to make us look sloppy, and they're trying to tell us that it's professional.
I
look,
love
sloppy,
Untuck
look
It.
good.
I love Untuck It.
The goal is to give a happy medium of fashion and comfort to men who, if their marketing is to be believed, could never spontaneously enjoy both before.
Yeah.
It's tight on the chest and shoulders, and then loose in the front for
That's
people
right.
with dad bods. You're a DILF.
What?
You're a DILF.
Really? That's a thing?
That's what their ad says. An online ad for True Classic Reads.
Says you're a DILF?
You're a DILF.
Is MILF in the Oxford Dictionary?
Oh, look, see if MILF
If
is on
MILF
the...
is, then
see
I
if
want to
MILF
know
is
if
on
DILF is, and DILF is probably not. Maybe it didn't
You know
make this
what?
one out.
We need DILFs. If we got MILFs, then we should have DILFs. If we're going to be equal here about genders and women and men being paid the same
It
and
is.
everything.
Is it?
Is MILF on there?
Oxford.
Milford is in Oxford? Okay. Those quick and zippy
Aren't you
sales.
No, DILF is not. But is it in the Urban Dictionary? Yeah, so it's
Dictionary.com.
working its way in.
Yeah.
The
Those
next couple rounds.
quick and zippy ads, which have found their way into many men's social media feeds, have
Yes.
been driving up the dad bod sales, while one man said, I don't like to be body shamed. I'm not buying the dad bod shirt because I think it's shaming our bodies. To which I'd say, you're not a man. You must be gay, or they, or gender fluid, or intersex,
Wait,
or
why? So
transgender.
you want guys to buy dad bod shirts? I know.
Guys can buy whatever the hell they feel comfortable in, but guys don't get body shamed. So stop
they
with the
do.
body shame. No, they don't.
Okay.
No, they don't. Guys don't care what they look like. They care what they care what they look like, but you can't make fun of a guy.
Why can't you?
Well, you can, but we don't care. So it doesn't.
Well,
It's
we
not
do
body.
care.
It's only body
You don't
shaming if it
care.
offends somebody. Women are
don't care.
offended. Women are offended by the way they're objectified and they're looked at, and we're being body shamed
Okay, so
because
let
of the
me
way
ask
we
you
look
this.
our hair.
No, let me ask
Guys are made fun of. We're like, I know,
No, that's
I'm
not
dumb.
true. No. So can I get semi-serious for a minute? Just semi. It's not a
God, we're
comedy
having
show.
such a good time today on Frankenstein Friday, and you have to get serious. Sure.
No, just so think about go because you're talking about men don't care. So think about the young man, the 12-year-old who's getting teased because he's overweight. Okay, and so
Okay.
you'll say, I mean, and I know you would say, okay, well, yes, that's a kid, and the kid's getting teased.
Yeah.
Okay, so that kid continues to be overweight. Doesn't have to be morbidly obese.
Yeah.
Overweight, and we know that young men have body image issues.
Yeah.
Okay, and so when he hears people talking about fat men and fat this and fat that, it absolutely affects them. And then as they get, and I've seen this, as they get older, even those who will get in shape,
Mm-hmm.
even though it almost becomes it almost becomes an obsession about getting in shape because they are ashamed of their whole past.
Fair enough. I will say that.
That was the only thing.
No,
That's where I was
I
going.
agree with you there. And what I said was men can't be body shamed. I didn't say boys. I do believe that boys, and much like little girls, boys are pretty nasty to each other during their school years for a lot of different reasons. So yeah, I believe a youngster can be body shamed.
But when that youngster becomes a man, if someone says look at you, fat ass.
I don't know too many people just say that, but I mean, if you're on social media or whatever,
Yeah. There you go. I just proved you wrong. Okay,
Yeah.
let's move on.
Congratulations.
Okay, that didn't even take. Listen, that only took like a minute to prove you wrong, so it's fine. So we didn't.
Yeah,
have-
but I mean, I think that you can only be body shamed if you've had the issue your entire life. You just brought it up. If you're a youngster and you've been traumatized by being called a fat ass, blah 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 blah, and
What
then you
if
get
you're
older and
overweight
you're trying to
now?
go.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
body shame.
no. Oh.
Well, let's get
no.
a fat dude on and ask him, because most fat guys go, "Yeah, just let it go, and that's fine. She's still with me. I don't care."
Well,
People wanna
she's
say I'm
still.
fat.
she's still with me.
Yeah, she's still with me.
No, because she's already with you.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference between she's still with me and I can't find somebody because I'm overweight and I'm unattractive.
Okay, well, that's you saying that. That's not someone calling you fat.
No, women saying, I'm not going to go out with him because he's fat.
Okay, well, that's not body shaming. That's just the truth.
Okay.
Body shaming is making fun of somebody's body just for sake of making fun of somebody's body. If she don't want to go out with him because he's fat, then he's overweight. But you're not being shamed for that.
So how is women?
That's being ashamed of you. I'm ashamed of you.
So what is women body shaming? What is female body
shaming? Is
like what?
Is real because we do make fun of. We objectify women's bodies, and if you're overweight, look at her. Women put themselves out there much more than men.
We don't make fun of men, so there isn't any man body shaming.
True. I'm sure there's people that make fun of. I broad brush on the show, and I speak for every man.
I know.
There is much more.
You also have a lot of self-confidence, and you're skinny.
There's a
Skinny
lot.
Man.
Well, I get a dad bod. You got to see me naked. I'll get naked on the show one time. You'll see.
I've seen you without your shirt on.
I've got.
I'm
sucking in for you because you had that procedure done.
You don't have a dad bod.
Yeah, I do.
Well, you don't have. You are coming into dad bod.
I went to the bathroom this morning. I couldn't see the end of my pee-pee. I had to go lose weight.
That's your domain that you need to suck in.
I'm not going to suck in while I'm peeing at 4 o'clock.
No, but it's not because it's fat.
I don't suck in for myself. I suck in.
Were you relaxed?
Well, yeah.
No, I don't mean like psychologically relaxed. Were you relaxing your abs? Like, you know what I mean?
Because I was getting up to pee.
Yeah, but so that wasn't necessarily fat.
And my back hurt, so maybe I wasn't sticking out.
There you go.
But the other thing about body shaming is body shaming, and we had a really good friend of ours that worked for a local television station that was body shamed because of her hair.
Yeah.
Yep. We don't body shame guys we don't care. As a matter of fact, I would venture to guess guys like to be body shamed when it comes to different parts of their anatomy. When mullets used to be a bad thing. Now guys are like, make fun of me all you want. We think it's funny. We like to be made fun of. We're so vulnerable and insecure.
But we're not vulnerable.
If it makes us special, make fun of us all you want.
Yeah, we're not
right.
But yes,
and when you make fun of a woman, that's a no-no. That's body shaming. You make fun of a dude. He does a cannonball, fat ass with a mullet.
No,
he thinks he's hilarious.
No,
he'll go eat an extra slab of ribs just to make sure he can keep that motif going. Yeah, he will. Yes, he will.
Deep inside, he's crying.
Oh,
he is
deep inside my ass.
He is
crying. No,
you want to bet?
No, he's
He's
still got the hot trophy wife he met in high school. He's good to go, and he'll be over there pulling over another side of ribs.
It is a total defense mechanism, completely underneath. He's completely ashamed of himself. Dude, give me 5 minutes with him. I'll have him crying on his ass.
You know why you won't do that?
Why?
Because no man needs to see a psychologist over there because they don't care. You ain't got a man on your entire list of people you see that goes in it because he's overweight and he's being body shamed.
No, they have low self-esteem.
That's not because they're body shamed.
Yes. Oh my God. Because their bodies are falling apart. They can't. No. They don't think they can't get it up. Their bodies are falling. That's Dr. Brian Christine.
You're the same dude that says we've had psoriasis since 1972.
Oh my God, dude!
Psoriasis is brand new.
Out of touch. You are so it's crazy. What the F happened in 2 days?
Your ass needs to come to work more often. I'm off the rails.
Oh my God, Archie.